Dear learners, welcome back again. In our previous sessions, we have talked about the tribes of Tripura in general as well as the Tripuri community. In these sessions, we will talk about this Riang tribe, that is one of the major tribe in Tripura. In fact, they are the second largest group in Tripura. The learning objective of these sessions are, by the end of the sessions, you should be able to know the socio-economic life of the Riang tribes and the belief and custom among the Riang tribes. The Riang are one of the tribes belonging to the Tibetan-Burmese group of the Sino-Tibetan language family. They themselves called as a Bru. They themselves never called as a Riang. The Riang is basically recognized by them, by other group, but within themselves, they will recognize themselves as a Bru. When we talk about the origin of Bru, then it was observed that there was various opinion regarding the derivations of the word Bru, but most commonly accepted was like the Bru word was derived from the word Baraiha. Baraiha means wanderer. This means certainly does remind one of the fact that the member of the Bru community had been dependent on the Jhum or shifting cultivations. The Bru community had in fact been a wanderer in the jungle because of the fact that they had to depend on the Jhum or shifting cultivations for their survival. Their geographical locations are quite extensive, but Riangs are distributed all over Tripura, with the maximum concentrations being in the south Tripura district. They are also found in Mizoram along with the valley of the river Lengai and Terei in Aizawl district, and also in Lunglei and Chingputipui district. They are called by the Mizo as Teikuk. The Riang has their own language without any script. As per this census of 2011, their total population in Tripura was 1,88,000. The Riangs or Bru also considered the term Bru as not as a Riang by the name of the tribe, and there are 12 clans observed in the Bru community, and the name of the 12 communities are Molsoi, Meska, Masa, Raikachak, Apetu, Wairam, Chongprang, Nokham, Timo Yafa, Yakstam, Chokre, Taima, Yakcho. The fact that the Riang was not included in the said clan system was because the last Kasko, who was also powerful and tyrant, name was Riang. Therefore, he does not want the community to use and associate his name to be part of the overall clan system. If we see their belief and deities, they are having lots of deities and they worship various kind of god, and few of the god we will discuss here. The first one is the Mutai Kotor. The deity is considered as the origin of all other deities and is known as supreme deity. He is also identified by other names such as Achu Sibrai or simply Sibrai, the supernatural supreme god. Hangrai is the another one. The Hangrai is the deity who has a loving concern for human beings. This deity is helpful and is instructive with intervention in helping the procreative process of the first human beings. Mainuma is the another god. Mainuma is a female deity popularly known as the goddess of paddy. The particular sacrifice known as Maiklumo ritual is performed asking her blessings on the harvest of the paddy grown in the Jhum cultivation. The another deity is Tibuma. Tibuma is the goddess of water who is worshipped for the cleanliness of village water, stream and river. Some of deities seems to be named after the name of the river. For instance, one of their deities is Dikhin Tuima Karna Phulima, indicating the river Karna fully as the holy river and deifies them to be deities of blessing on wisdom. Songrangma is the another god. Songrangma, the goddess of the nature. Deities is associated with the peace and prosperity of the village. Longdrai is the another deity. Longdrai is the male deity and is worshipped specially to evoke blessings along with his wife and son named Songkhu Tuirimi and Kalajivan. Buraha is the another deity. Buraha is a male deity who often cause misfortune and cause pain and sickness to both animal and human beings. Mukhsing Boreirok refer to the seven sisters, male violent deities who cause fever and different kind of sickness. They also cause food poisoning, stomach ache, etc. The names of seven sisters are Alutai, Ostai, Longlitai, Chunglitai, Buklitai, Kosolima and Esolima. Sonairok and Bonirok. Sonairok and Bonirok are two brothers who also known as Kalabong and Kalabang or Kalaki and Kalakha. They are son of one male deity named Singrang Kha. These two deities are known for causing sickness and misfortune. Now, if we see the rituals related to the pregnancy and childbirth among the Riang community, then we can observe that Kumayo is the term used for the traditional Riang midwife who attend the pregnant women during the childbirth. The service of the Kumayo is very important because it needs a woman's service. She can perform the sacrificial rites of name of the newborn child and also perform the ceremonial purification of the mother. We also observe the Gobeng Buma. This is the sacrifice of Gobeng Buma is offered during the pregnancy. In this ritual, 1 pig and 4 fowl are sacrificed for good health of the child and the mother. It is a ritual performed for a proper formation of baby's physical structure and for the successful delivery of the baby. We can also observe the Tui Chao. Tui Chao is the sacrifice offered at childbirth near village stream or river in which Tuibuma or water deity was asked for the good health of the baby. This ritual was performed for the smooth birth of the baby. The health of the child is determined by examining the intestine of the fowl that was sacrificed. Abusuma is one of the ritual. This sacrifice is offered after the umbilical cord of the child is properly healed. This ritual is performed to deity Sonairok by sacrificing 5 fowl and placing the 5 locally prepared wine bottles, or traditionally they called arak by the Bru people. Another one tradition or ritual we can observe is Bachak Kamo. This sacrifice is also offered after this umbilical cord of the child is properly healed. This ritual is performed to deity Bonirok for the good health of the child. Bonirok is believed to be the owner of all requirements of the newborn baby, such as cloth, cradle or basket for sleeping. It is performed by sacrificing 5 fowl and placing 5 to 6 bottles of locally brewed wine or arak. Khorangkok Kamo is the one of the ritual performed during the pregnancy and childbirth related. In this event, the sacrifice is also offered for a purification as well as well-being of the child. For this ritual, the woman will have to wear a new cloth and sacrifice 1 fowl and 1 cock. She will also have to offer 60 to 70 locally brewed wine or arak to the priest. The priest is called Ochai. Saja Thumnairok. This ritual is performed for the well-being of the child. It is performed by sacrificing 2 fowl and 1 pig. When we talk about the socio-economic life of the Riang people, then it was observed that the Riang women can easily identified by their silver and other metal ornaments they wear from their neck, waist and ankle. The necklace is called rombak and is of a specially variety which is made of silver primarily. It being formed from the high neck and extend to the thoracic region. The part of the huge and thoracic region consists of several coils arranged systematically one after another. In their socio-economic life, they consume rice as a staple food. Muya or bamboo shoot is their one of the favorite food like other tribes of the Tripura. Both men and women are fond of alcoholic drinks and smoking loose tobacco through the maktoi or bamboo pipe, or you can say habul babul, is common. Shifting cultivation is the traditional economic source. Rearing fowl and pig are subsidiary source of income. The Riang men are very good in weaving basket and many other items made of the bamboo and wood, and the women are very good in weaving cloths. Their cloths are basically consist of black in color primarily, which can be easily identified from the other community. Most of the basket and cloths are meant for the domestic consumption, not for the commercial purpose. They practice endogamy at the community level. Marriages within the same clan is permitted. Junior sororate is also permitted. The modes of acquiring mates are negotiations, mutual consent and elopement. Chowdhury or chief of the local village normally settle the divorce case if it is required. The Riang family is patriarchal by authority and patrilineal by succession. The parental property is equally distributed among all sons. Normally, women or daughters are not given the property. Wedding ceremony taken place in the bride's residence. It involves the aged and married person blessing the couple by sprinkling some water on their heads of the couple. The families of the couple share the cost of the wedding feast held at the bride's residence. Both the bride side and groom side, they share the cost of the wedding. Now we will see the other ritual observed during marriage ceremony is Songrangma rituals, the main ceremony that deals during the marriage where one fowl and one cock along with two local brewed wines are offered. Katichamo is the another ritual. In this ritual is performed after the bride was brought to the bridegroom house. It is usually performed both on the land and in water by sacrificing two fowl or in some case one goat. This ritual is basically for a new couple after marriage. In a socio-economic life, Riang, they cremate their dead bodies. Some food is offered in the name of the deceased. The bone of the deceased is disposed in the water. I hope this presentation is useful for you to understand the socio-economic and their tradition, custom and belief of the Riang tribes in Tripura. Thank you very much.